Greetings one and all, and welcome to Surgeon Simulator 2013. I'm sure you all know what this is, but in case you don't, it is a silly game where you control this hand and nudge that coffee cup. Oh, where'd it go? Ah, never mind. Yeah, you control this hand. We have controls on screen here, right mouse button to rotate, tilt it up and down, and then you use, what is that? A, W, E, R, and space to control individual fingers. And, well, it says it's a simulator game, but it's really not, because it's by no means accurate. Anyway, you're supposed to perform surgery, and that's exactly what we're going to do. But first, we're not just going to be doing it with the mouse, because if we go back to the menu here, if I can find it, there is the experimental thing and the Hydra. I guess I can show you that real quick. The thing is, a while ago, oops, you probably heard some scratching on the microphone there. I was reaching out to get the damn thing. A while ago, somebody had a Hydra for sale for cheap, and I decided to grab it just to see what the fuck it was. And the phone is ringing, not my phone, the game phone. And
alright there, Nigel, it's your dad. You're a silly sausage, aren't ya? You managed to get ketchup stains all over your new jeans. I've washed them for you, left them on the radiator. See you later, son. Much love.
right, ketchup. That goes over there. Anyway, as you can see, it is completely different now. I now have two hands instead of just one, and they move a lot more freely. That is because, in case you don't know, yeah, I was scratching my nose there. In case you don't know what a Hydra is, it is essentially a, I don't know how to explain it really. It's a two-piece motion controller thing. You have one in each hand, and it's basically a PlayStation or Xbox controller that's been split in half, and you can move your hands around. So I figured I'd do a comparison on how the game is completely different to play with this. Get that stupid screen out of my way. As opposed to with the mouse. So I don't know, I guess we'll, since the Hydra is active, we might as well start with that. And I need to move a bit further away from my screen, because otherwise my elbows are going to get stuck in everything. Ah, great, I screwed up my arm! Okay, how do we reset this? Calibrate, there we go. And, oops. Yeah, this is a bit, and it doesn't seem to want to work. Okay, well in that case we'll reset the thing. That is working now. It seems okay. Let's try it there. So let's start with the Hydra, with the heart transplant. And I need to get the wires out of the way, otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, originally I thought this thing was wireless, but it's actually not. Or well, it's semi-wireless, but get that away. And okay, so anyway, for those of you who don't know autonomy, don't learn anything from this, because this is completely wrong. Anyway, that's the rib cage. There's a couple of lungs down here, there and there, and that's the liver. That would be the stomach, and you can probably see in there this little thing pumping away. That's the heart. Now we need to remove the heart, because it's clearly not working, because yeah, reasons. Oh, and that little pink thing there, that's the esophagus thing, I believe it's called. So we need to remove all this crap, and cut out the heart and replace it with that one, which is clearly working because it's not doing anything. It's just sitting around, sounding all squishy. So, okay. Yes, and clearly the best way to get through a whip cage is with the hammer, which we have right here. Okay. Okay. Oh, and up there in the that corner there, you can see his blood level and blood loss rate. This is roughly the equivalent of how much blood you actually have in your body, more or less, for an adult person. When that reaches 0, he will die. This one is if he starts bleeding, which would be bad. He will probably do that. Oh, and that's how long we've been doing this. Okay, so let's see if we can get rid of these rips here. Just gently nudge them out of the way. With a hammer is a perfectly normal surgery tool, by the way. It's you wouldn't know it because usually you're under anesthetics when you're in surgery, but it's perfectly normal, and don't worry about the ribs, we'll find those later. Right, so here we have the lung, one lung. Get that out of the way. There we go. The liver popped out too. So let's see, I need to get rid of that esophagus thingy. It's a bit weird this, because normally the camera just moves wherever you move, but here you actually have 2 analog sticks that you need to use to control the camera. There we go. Oops. And there we go. Right, can I get that one out of the way? Yeah. Go. I can actually see what I'm doing. Right. Oh, okay. That one's usually a bit tricky to actually hit the right place, but it works. And there we go. As you can see, it stopped beating, and it also dropped into the... That's the stomach, by the way. And... I don't know. There's supposed to be a spleen in here somewhere, but it's... Well, not in the game, but... And that's the heart that can go over there. That's for the dog. And here's the new heart. And we just plop that in there, and we're done. Oh, we only got an A. No, well. Anyway, let me just check if I can disable this now. I can't. Okay, so we have to go back to the menu and then disable the Hydra, and then we'll try with the mouse finger. See if I can figure out how to do this. There we go. Just put this thing away, otherwise it'll probably screw everything up. And let's see how terrible I'm doing with the mouse. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite easy with the Hydra. It's a bit more awkward to do with the mouse and keyboard. So again, get this thing out of the way. And yeah, whatever, let's just use the hammer again. Come on, there we go. And it's stuck. Yeah, this game is a tiny bit buggy. And especially with the Hydra, you'll see that later on when I do the other operation thingies. I'm planning on doing all of these, by the way. I'll probably do them in sort of... Stop that. Okay, now he's bleeding. Yes, deep concentration here, trying to actually hit the right things. Somehow I don't think a hammer to the lung is good for your body or anything. So, yeah, now the rips are out of the way, and he's, as you can see, up there. It's hard to point with this thing. But yeah, up there, he is currently bleeding at 2 milliliters per second, which means that in many seconds, he will die. But if we just jab him in the face with this here green syringe, he'll clearly not bleed to death, as you can clearly see from his cheek there. But no, it stops the counter. If we were to stab him with the blue one, which I'm not going to do, because I picked up a pair of scissors instead, and now the other one is out of reach. Anyway, the blue one makes him bleed. It also cancels out the hallucination effect that if you accidentally stab yourself with the green one, but I'm sure you all know this. You've probably seen this game a million times if you haven't played it yourself. But who cares? It's a fun game, so... Slightly awkward and difficult game, but it's still fun. I like it. And I can just... No, screw it, we don't need to take the liver out. Also, drills are perfectly normal in heart surgery. We always use those, but we don't need that right now. and see if I can hit anything here with this one. No? Okay. Okay, it's been a long time since I've played this game with the mouse, so I need to get used to it again. It's really hard to hit anything. There we go. Mostly because your hand is constantly in the way and you can't see what the hell you're doing. There we go. And yeah, away with that. There we go, and that's the hork. Yay! Ah, see? Well, yes, that's, I did a fair bit worse with the mouse, I'd say. But yes, that is the heart transplant. So next on we will try this one, the kidney transplant. Yes, so I will, yeah, I'll cut it here and then I will come back with part 2 at some point. And until then, I'll see ya.